Hello everyone, this is Siyu now, and let's start my thesis work. Less is better. As shown in this slide, there are many kinds of pollution which affect the air, land, water, and so on. Among all the pollution, there is one kind of pollution that we can relate it to. That is textile waste. So, from here I started my thought. I have conducted a lot of research. Fast fashion has developed rapidly in recent years. I wonder why people choose fast fashion. They don't have very good quality and materials. I read a sentence from a report that when your t-shirts cost less than your coffee, you don't expect it to last longer than your coffee. Behind the development of fast fashion, it has brought many unchangeable influences, from production to abandonment. It has an impact on all aspects of the environment. So, I try to understand this topic from different aspects. In recent years, people have been buying low-priced and low-quality clothing and various products on a large scale. From the tree chart below, the utilization rate of clothing is declining, while sales are constantly on the rise. This caused a huge waste of textiles. During the process, I got some other ideas. In China, many cities have such a piece of land. There are many buildings built here. They are like fast fashion clothing, without unique designs and good quality. At the same time, there are many of them. They are called ghost city. No one chose such houses, so they became empty. From last semester, I learned about minimalism, so I conducted an investigation. In its definition, before I think that simplicity is equal to less is more, and even some people think that minimalist people are doing suffer and sacrifice, having less things and less interesting experience. But the truth is, true minimalists need only particular selected items, and they make the most of them, enriching their experience. Quality trumps over quantity. Then I find minimalist art, background, and know about the art of minimalist characteristics. They focus on things like geometry, line, and color. The most important is their painting is by looking for hard edge, precise border between areas of color, no shading or subtle transition. Next, I found two minimalists that I'm really interested in. The first one is Solovey. He is a very famous wall painter. Of course, he also has sculptures, paintings, and other works. But the difference is he put the wall surface as his canvas. His artistic characteristics is to use the most basic three colors: red, yellow, and blue. And other colors are matched by these three colors. For him, he said that he cares more about idea. Even though he has passed away, there are still many people who can continue to make his works. Therefore, his works are public works. That is, the process of painting is done by everyone. From his works, we can say that he is very good at using bright colors, simple lines, and geometric patterns. The other person is Agnes Martin. She was an abstract painter. After learning about her background, I discovered that her works and the use of colors are all derived from the stories she experienced. In her creative career, the content of paintings and the use of colors are constantly changing, and when she returned to the life of nature, Many works similar to this one appeared. The colors of these works can make us feel her inner peace at that time. Obviously, as a minimalist artist, her works also use a lot of color blocks without clear boundaries. Unlike the previous artist, her colors are not so bright, and the color saturation is relatively low. This is my mood board. I put every inspired idea into here. I extracted a lot of geometric pattern from the textile garbage dump and the building in the Ghost City. This collection's color palette involves high contrast. The palette is divided in two. One is brighter and more vibrant hues. The second is subtle and light. The colors drawn from Solovey's works are bright, bold, and lively. The vibrant hues symbolize abundant clothing and buildings when they are freshly deposed. As they are still in fairly new condition, they retain their original colors. The colors drawn from Agnes Martin's works symbolized the abundant disposals in their latent stage. Disposed textile colors will fade over time. They will be covered with dirt and dust, lose their original colors, and eventually everything will be blurred into a grayish hue. This color palette, on the other hand, is not colorless. The value of saturation is quite low, but is still full of subtle colors. The original inspiration created much opportunity for development. I wish to emphasize older lines to give a simple and clean appearance. In order to achieve this aesthetic, I experimented with straight lines, tangling them to create shapes. The combination of different sizes of blocks add a strong contrast color, which is another style I want to try. This is my first collection of bright color contrast. Their combination not only represents the color palette, but I also try to develop more geometrical pattern combinations. This sample was inspired by a painting from Solovey. The design follows the characteristics of minimalist art. Also only basic and simple geometric patterns are used. The contrast and color combination are one of his most important characteristics, according to the definition of minimalism. Artworks are composed of regular lines and shapes arranged in a specific order. I created simple patterns without texture and in regular shapes to achieve a minimal look. This is my second collection. The color is between very bright color and low saturation. These are still part of color change. Their production combines the two color boards. They are more like a bridge between the two color boards. Next are low saturation works. They are different from the previous design. This part is more about a design a strong surface texture. So I choose to try a lot different thickness, yarns, and structures. So this is my low saturation collection. And next are my jacquard pattern design parts. Here are my jacquard collections. The design of these patterns still follow the purpose of minimalism, which is to combine geometrical pattern. At the same time as the design of the colored palette, I also try to add more texture on the surface. Next, the following pages are the detail of the jacquard. I have taken the environment and sustainability into consideration while selecting the materials of all my collections. Materials including organic cotton, linen, and bamboo. They are all highly sustainable because they have less negative environmental impact. And organic materials are proved easier to recycle after disposal. My end use is designed for the surface of the interior. I hope to add a little bit of color to the minimalist lifestyle that is all white. The choice of materials also guarantees high quality and durable conditions. Therefore, all samples have a little thickness, and at the same time they feel very comfortable to touch. Here are all my works, and thank you for watching.